Do you need to know how to get around a firewall at school? However, here are some options to consider in the event you find yourself in this situation. There are a number of workarounds to the limits placed by the institution. Some firewalls just watch what you put in the address bar while others actively track your internet traffic, depending on how they function. 1. Use of a proxy. A proxy site is a website that acts as an intermediary between you and the servers you request information from. When attempting to get through a firewall, a proxy server comes in helpful since it does all of the browsing for you. Assuming you've typed in the URL of a game's website into the address bar of your browser, your institution is likely to search for you doing so, because you're not going to the game's website, but to the proxies. You're able to get around this restriction. In order to get access to everything that is available on the game's website, you must use a proxy. Using one does not need the installation of any additional software. It's easy to get past software installation restrictions on school computers by utilizing a proxy in your browser. 2. Use a virtual private network, VPN. VPNs, on the other hand, encrypt your traffic and enable you to get over school firewalls. Virtual private networks, VPNs, protect you from firewalls since they don't enable them to see what you're doing online. Unlike proxy servers, when your computer is preparing to send out information, it encrypts the data so that others cannot see what you're transmitting. Once the computer has encrypted your data, it transmits it to a VPN server that decrypts it, identifies where you want to go, and then takes you there. It encrypts its traffic so that it may get through the firewall undetected. 3. Specify the website's IP address. A website's URL is turned into an IP address when you input its name in your browser. Due to the fact that computers don't know what a name is, they must transform it to an IP address using a domain name server, DNS. Instead of IP addresses, the firewall may use this information to find domain names. You may access the site without telling the firewall that you're heading there by entering the number in the URL box. Each website's IP address isn't clearly seen. You may search it up with the use of "What is my IP address?" com's lookup tool. 4. Impromptu proxy server. Google Translate. Google Translate, it turns out, can be used to go around a firewall. To make advantage of it, go to Google Translate and choose Translate page. Once the page has been loaded on the server and translated by Google Translate, it is sent to you as an email with the new translation attached. 5. Use a hotspot on a mobile data plan. Turning your smartphone into a hotspot can be an option if you're having trouble getting past the school's firewall. You won't have to go via the school's network to access the internet this way. If you don't want to deal with the bother of getting through the school's firewall, this app is the best option. Using technology efficiently at school. A firewall is not put in place to bother you. It is there to help you learn and to keep you safe from potentially harmful and unlawful material. Getting around them isn't hard, but you have to ask yourself whether it's worth it given the likely consequences and the alternatives that are accessible. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe our channel. Visit csexams.com for many free cybersecurity certifications practice tests.